To get started on this book exercise, you should have downloaded the Lesson 9 project files. And you can go ahead and double click on the 09 Start InDesign file to fire it up. The first thing we need to do is to go to File and let's do a Save As. And make sure you know where it's being saved to. Let's rename this 09 Styles InDesign. And we'll click Save. I'm going to grab my Type tool and let's navigate to page 2 of this and highlight the heirloom vegetable seeds text. We can then go over to our Properties panel and let's go down to the Appearance portion of it. Change your fill color to be the tomato red. The size of it is going to be 18 point. And if we scroll down to the paragraph portion of this, if you don't see the full settings of it, you can click on More Options, and we want to be able to see the space before and the space after. Set the space before to be 0.5 inches and the space after to be 0.25 inches. Now that we've got this set up as a paragraph setting, let's save it up as a style as well. With everything still selected, we can go up to Type and open your paragraph styles if it's not opened already. You can see that we've already created something and changed up the intro body text. So in our paragraph styles, when we create a new paragraph style, we'll give it the title of Head 2. And notice that it's based on the intro body. Now, since we don't want this to really be based on anything, we're going to change this from being intro body to simply being no paragraph style. Additionally, as we type, we can have it automatically select the next style, and that next style can be the intro body. The other things that we can do to make this easier to apply is to add a keyboard shortcut to our design. If you're on a Windows computer, you can do Shift 9, or if you're on a Mac, you can do Command and 9. And the next time I press this, this will automatically assign the Head 2 paragraph style to it. With this done, also make sure Apply Style to Selection is turned on, and we can say OK. Now inside of our paragraph styles, since this was created inside of the body text, we can simply click and drag it up, and let's put it in between both of these. Of course, to apply this style now, I can scroll over to page 3. Let's use our Type tool to select Fruits and Flowers, and then we can select Head 2 to automatically apply it to there. Or if we choose Tools and Accessories, we can press Command 9 or Shift 9, and it will automatically apply it as well for that one. Now, one thing to note about using paragraph styles. If I was to say highlight this text and to change the color of it, so let's say I'll go over to my Appearance panel and change it from red to medium green. You can see it will still apply that change to here. This is known as a local override, meaning that it's overriding whatever style that's already here. If you check out my Paragraphs panel, you can see there's a little plus sign next to it, simply indicating that there's been some sort of change to it. You can also see next to my cursor what the override is, changing up the color or changing up any kind of change to its overall design. If you ever want to revert back to there, you can always select the text, and with the paragraph style selected, you can click on the little pilcrow with a plus sign to it. That will revert or override, clear the overrides, and it'll change it back to its original style. Now, whereas paragraph styles allow you to format and stylize all of the text within a given paragraph, character styles let you format any given characters within a selected area. To do this, let's open up our Character Styles panel. Go up to Type and select Character Styles. Make sure it's open and active. Let's go back to page 2 and click inside of this first little paragraph that's up here. We want to emphasize the word Urban Oasis Gardens, so let's highlight this first instance of it. Going over to our Properties panel, down inside of our Appearance, let's change the fill color of this to be a medium green. And if we scroll down under the character panel, here it is here, we can open up more options and let's make it small caps. Now we want to have every instance of these words to be the same character style. In addition to creating a new one up top, if you click on the little plus sign, this will automatically create just a basic little character style setting, and it'll give it a number. To edit it, you can double click and it'll open up the options for it. The name of this is going to be Garden Name. It won't be based on anything, but let's give it a keyboard shortcut. If you're on a Windows computer, you can do Alt-Shift-8, or if you're on a Macintosh computer, you can do Command-Shift and the number 8, and that'll assign that keyboard shortcut. Notice that all the style settings that we have are listed down here underneath these style settings. Let's say OK and go to apply these settings. We can highlight Urban Oasis Gardens in the second paragraph. We can go up here and click on it and it will apply. Or we can go back over to our other page, find it right here and press Shift Command 8 and it will apply. And also under Tools and Accessories, we can apply it to there. Notice how this really speeds up the ability to edit and keep everything nice and consistent throughout your whole spreads. Now, one powerful thing that InDesign lets you do is the ability to nest a character style inside of a paragraph style. These nesting of styles allows you to apply distinct character formattings to a specific portion of a paragraph, specifically either the first letter, the first word, or even the first sentence. This means you can easily and quickly apply an entire paragraph style and a character style all in one click. Here's how to set it up. Let's go down to the fourth page that lists all of these down here. I'm going to zoom into the portion that says beans. Notice under this that we've got all the different varieties of beans and beets and different vegetables that are listed. Each one starts off with the color and then the name of it, and in between there is a colon, and at the end of the name there's a period. And so we want to be able to format these so that they're all consistently designed and be able to nest these formats within the paragraph style. We'll start off with the variety. Highlight the word green. Now when you highlight it, also make sure to get the colon that follows after it as well, because we want that to be part of our overall formatting. From here, we can go to our character settings, and let's create a new character setting. Let's double click on it. The name of this will be a variety. Now, since we didn't create the formatting to begin with, we can do that now from this style options. Let's go to the basic character formats. For the font family, let's set this to be Myriad Pro, MYR, Myriad Pro. For the style, we're going to make it bold. For the character's color, let's make it a medium green. And then let's say OK to this. We can then return up here, and let's select Black Valentine and also the period at the end of it right here. One more time, let's open up our character panel and make a new character style. The style name for this one is going to be Vegetable Name. We can go under our basic character formats, and let's set this one to be Myriad Pro with a font style of italic, and we'll say OK to that. Now that we've established the character styles, let's nest this inside of a paragraph style. I'm going to deselect everything, so let's make sure to deselect and click away so that we don't accidentally apply a paragraph style to it. Next, let's open up our paragraph styles again, and we've already got a style for catalog body, so let's double click on it and let's add the style inside of here. Once it's open, click on the drop cap and nested style section. We're going to start by adding a new nested style to it, and the one that we're going to put first is going to be the variety. Notice that this will go through the first words. In our case, we want to apply this style not through the first word, but up to the colon that's part of it. So click on the word through and change to up to. We'll keep it 1 and then change it from words to a character. Now inside of this area, we can actually type whatever character we want, and we're just going to replace it with a colon typed into it. I do see that I have made one mistake. This shouldn't be up to, this should also be through, so make sure you change it back to that. Next, we want to apply the next style up to the first sentence that's through here. This will automatically choose the period at the end. So with this one done, let's add a new nested style after it. For the first option, we're going to change this to the vegetable name. We're going to let this one go up to the first, and then change this to sentences. And that will apply it to the first sentence. Now, since I had preview turned on, check out what's been happening to all the lines that have this particular paragraph style. They're all starting to apply it and recognize all of the different parts and putting this into there without having to click anything. I can say OK now, and you can see all of the text in this area has been formatted for me with just a couple of clicks. Now is a great time to go up to File and Save to save our document before we move into applying some object styles.